So here are the tools that I'm going to need. I'm going to be using this regular t-shirt. It's a black t-shirt from the Dollar Tree by the brand Gildan. I'm going to be using this stretchy thing that you use when you're putting down the sheets on a bed. I found that. I'm going to be using this Craftsman acrylic paint. This is neon green. It's from Michaels. I'm also going to be using some scissors that kind of match the neon green theme that we're going with today. A ruler. Some brushes from Michaels that I've been using on my channel when I first started doing my SFX makeup. I think not when I first started, but I think last year maybe. This sewing kit that I have, I'm going to need the needle and thread, and then also something to pour the paint in. I have the bowl and that what do you call it, a platter thing, whatever, that is also from the Dollar Tree as well. So most of these products are very inexpensive and from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm just showing you guys the where I actually got the idea to do this. So this is a face mask, a neon green flame face mask that I seen on Hot Topic site. I really wanted to buy it, but it was not only on back order, but it was $12, and I was like, you know something, I think I want to try to create this mask myself. So then that's what I decided to do, but I was just showing you guys like where I got the inspiration from. So that's what I'm gonna be kind of creating today. This part I was just showing you how big the shirt is. It's pretty big. I think it's a size small, but kind of looks like a medium, and it's long enough, and I wanted something that's big enough just in case I messed up on the mask. I was like, I still have enough fabric, and the fabric at the fabric stores costs a lot. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree, and they have a whole section of these t-shirts, and I was like, I'm gonna get it from there. So right now I was just putting on the video that I needed to watch, because unless you've been sleeping under a rock, if you are on YouTube, then you will have come across one, at least two, if not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos of people teaching you how to sew your own mask at home. So I was like, I'm gonna watch one of those videos. I will link that person's video in the description bar below that I used. In this video, they was just showing how to cut the fabric that you have, and I needed a ruler. Instead of inserting it, I can always explain it a little bit better. So going from the bottom up with the shirt, I did 20 centimeters, and then going across, I did 40 centimeters. So that's how much fabric you want to cut to make a mask that will fit more like an adult size. Waking up anew, wasting time is all I do. Look, I made this into a little crop top. I think I'm gonna do the flames going from the bottom and go halfway up. So as you guys heard, and not even halfway through this video, I thought it would be really cool to just add the flames to this crop top that I made, because I had no plans to make it on a crop top. I was just going to do the face mask, but then when I cut the bottom half off and it made it into like this little crop top, I was like, I'm going to do the flames on that too. So I was like, that would be really cool, and I have all of this neon paint that was going to be left, so I was like, why not? For this part, I'm just cutting off the excess fabric that came with the pieces that I cut. Like I said, I still cut the 20 by 40 or 40 by 20, however you want to say it. Now I'm going to take the fabric, fold it in half, and then I'm going to start like folding it over. Like I said, I'll link the person's video down below. You could see theirs better. Right now you can't really see mine's as good because the lighting is a little off. The angle of the camera is off too, because part of my tripod broke and I forgot to glue it back on with some good glue that I have. So if I tip it over anymore, the camera's gonna fall off, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But like I said, I'll link the person's video down below because you could see theirs a little bit better. But right now I'm just folding it in half, folding over, making some little folds in the fabric itself. Now for that part with the folds in the fabric, I really didn't need that because like I said, I was going to be doing a neon paint, so I would have needed the fabric to be flat rather than folded like that, but you guys will see how I'm going to set it up in the end. But right now, I'm taking this little stretchy thing. I'm going to cut the those little clamps off at the end that I don't need, and then I'm going to cut the part in half that I'm keeping so I can have two strips, because that's going to be the part that wraps around the ear. So I'm just folding it and just making it even so that I can have two thin long strips of it. And you want this because it's going to stretch around the ear. You want something that's going to be stretchy and not hurt your ears. I'm going to use an iron the person did in the video, and this kind of helps keep the creasing in the folds that you made. And I'm going to set the iron to cotton slash fabric, and this is just going to be a little bit easier on it so it doesn't burn it. And I'm just going to smooth it out. Like I said, I wanted the fabric to be more flat instead of having the folds and the creases in it, but I was following really close to the person's video and wasn't really paying attention to what I really needed to do. But it's going to work out in the end. And this is also going to guide me on where I'm going to stick those stretchy pieces at anyway. So for this next part, what I did was unfolded the fabric, and as you guys will know, you'll have about 8 folds all together, 4 on each side, because when you folded it in half, you would have 4 folds on one side and 4 folds on the other side. So on the 4 folds, you want to, on one side, on the 4th fold, on the first and first, it's like the first, okay, hold on. On the 1st and 4th fold, you want to place one end of that little strip on the 1st fold, and then another part of the strip on the 4th fold, so that you can, when you fold the fabric over, you can sew them together that way. So you guys will see like how I'm doing it in the video. You can kind of see it, like I said, on the 1st fold and on the 4th fold, and then you'll just fold it back over. Take a drink to how many times I said fold in that. Once it's closed up, after you have it on one side, then you can go ahead and sew it, and you want to make sure that while you're sewing the 2 sides of the fabric together with that little stretchy material thing in it, you want to make sure you sew that stretchy thing as well. Make sure it's the fabric, not the fabric, but the thread is going all the way through. So it's like it starts in the black fabric, goes through to that white stretchy thing, and then goes out the other side of the other part of the fabric. I think that's the best way to explain it. And I'm using black thread, of course. And I'm sewing it all the way across on that short side and sealing it off that way. So once it is sewed together on that one side, you can go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And I'm going to keep this part in because I just realized that you could see it better what I'm doing on this side. I guess I was out of frame the whole other time. So I think I kept it mostly in frame this time, so I'll just let it play.
But now when I'm with you, so much time, nothing to do. I'm dropping you texts now. You said you want me when it starts. Being with you just feels right. You said we could meet it when it starts. Yeah, slow down. Sun is about to go down. So what you doing tonight? It's everything I can't think of. Waking up anew, wasting time is all I do. But now when I'm with you.
Now that I've finished sewing, that little open part that's left, I'm gonna turn the mask inside out, so now that the stretchy part is on the outside, and you can, easily wrap it around your ears. So right quick, I'm just going to show you guys how it looks on. So it is just a little bit bigger than I intended it to be around the on the face part, but it's okay. It'll have to do. It is what it is. It still came out pretty good, so I'm okay with it. But now what I'm going to do is just put it back down. So look at this brush set that I got. Not a brush set, but this brush holder. I put those brushes from Michael's in there, but this brush holder, I got it from the Dollar Tree as well in their craft section, and I just love it. It holds 49 brushes. I seen it today and I got so excited. Not just 49 brushes, but you could put colored pencils in there too. I'm thinking about doing like the best of the Dollar Tree for arts and crafts video. I'm thinking about doing a video like that because I found some really amazing stuff, like amazing holders and everything. So I'm thinking about doing a video like that. But anyway, back to this video. So now what I'm gonna do is just look for the picture with the flames, and then I'm gonna pour that neon paint in. Now the thing about this neon paint is it does dry pretty quick. It does give you time to work with it. Like, it's not going to dry as soon as it touches the fabric, but it does dry pretty quick. You can use like some sort of mixing medium. They also have that at Michael's too. I seen it, and it makes the it gives it a longer time to use it before it dries, like a longer drying time, so you have more time to use it before it dries down. But I am impatient, so as soon as it wants to dry, it can dry. And another thing is, I did not use a fabric marker to kind of trace out where I wanted the flames to go. I just went right in with my hopes and my head held high, hoping that it was gonna, work out fine. But it did in the end. Like, the lines were pretty good. Nothing was like overly thick or, too thin, too short, or whatever. Because you guys know, like, I can really make a mess when it comes to drawing and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to fix any mistakes that were made. So I just went in and, hope for the best. And another thing is with this paint, I don't know if it's just like the paint or the fabric itself. I don't know what it is. But when you apply the paint to the fabric, it does kind of run through the fabric a little bit. So you're going to have to do like at least two at the most, maybe even three, but for the most part just 2 layers of this paint, just to make sure that it's as pigmented and not patchy and as vibrant as it should be. Because as you guys can probably see, it looks like it's faded a little bit, so I'm gonna end up just painting it once and then letting it dry a little bit and then going over it a second time to make it more smooth, more vibrant, and more of that neon color where it doesn't look washed away. Now what I'm doing is just going over that paint after I let it dry. I had a fan on, so it was helping the paint dry as quick as possible. But this part, I already finished most of it, as you probably can see. And you could definitely see a difference from where I finished it after adding that second layer to the part that I need to finish. It definitely looks faded, so that's why I said you're gonna at least need to add 2 layers. I'm gonna let this dry overnight because it dries pretty quick, so I'll let it dry overnight, and by tomorrow I'll see if it needs a 3rd layer. But so far it's definitely more vibrant and more of that neon pop that I needed it to be after doing a 2nd layer. And I'm thinking about making the white stripes, not the stripes, but the straps neon green as well, because I don't think I like them just being white like that. It just throws off the whole black and green vibe that I have going on. So I'm definitely thinking about making them green, but that's for another time because right now I'm just too tired to keep going. So
much time, nothing to do. I'm dropping you texts now. You said you want me when it starts. Being with you just feels right.
So now I'm going to set the mask to the side and I'm going to start working on the shirt. I'm going to pretty much do the same design that I did on the mask to the top. And I have the ruler because I didn't want to take the flames up too high, so I had a ruler there to block it. It would stop like right under the arm part, so I put the ruler like halfway around there, and I'm just going to go ahead and just paint it. And I'm also painting the shirt twice as well, 2 layers.
Giving you
This is how the shirt looks after its first layer. I'm going to let it dry so I can give it a second layer. And right now I'm just going to show you guys how both of them look together. So I can leave you off with this, let it sit overnight, and then we'll see how it comes out tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, it will be tomorrow for me. Next clip for you guys. Alright guys, so this is how the mask and the top turned out next day. I did hear that you can iron it to keep it from messing up when you go to machine wash it. So I'll try that and I'll keep you guys updated on how it turns out. But for now, I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!